This is Newsbreak 26 in Southwest New Brunswick. I'm Vicki Hogarth. Here's what's happening in our part of the world. Cities and towns across New Brunswick held their own memorial services for Queen Elizabeth II on Monday, September 19th, the day of Her Majesty's funeral. In St. Andrews, a town with a rich Loyalist history, mourners gathered at the Cenotaph in Market Square for a service presided over by Archdeacon John Matheson of the All Saints Anglican Church. The Passamaquoddy branch of the Royal Canadian Legion No. 8, in collaboration with Mayor Brad Henderson and the town of St. Andrews, organized the service, which is available to watch in full on CHCO's YouTube page.
I'll just say that having a service like this is very fitting for a town like St. Andrews. For those of you that were here earlier in the summer, we did celebrate the Jubilee, and if you look, you can't go very far without this community without realizing that a lot of it was developed in relation to the Crown. This is traditionally a Loyalist community. It's a British settlement. Even our town being in perfect square grids is in fact a design of the settlement. And if it's not the design, the street names will jump out at you. All of the streets behind me that run vertical are named after King George III's children.
When Prime Minister Justin Trudeau was in St. Andrews last week with his caucus, he expressed how he hoped Canadians would honor Queen Elizabeth II, the UK's longest reigning monarch, who also was Canada's head of state.
Her Majesty's leadership through service, her grace and compassion will be greatly missed in these turbulent times. Today, these values that she exemplified are more important than ever. Now, whenever we lose someone we hold dear, whether it's a leader we look up to, a parent, or a loved one way to honor them is to reflect on how we can, each of us, pass the values they represented on to future generations.
Books of condolences can still be signed in town and village offices across New Brunswick for those wishing to pay a personal tribute. RCMP are investigating a fire that took place Monday night in a historic building formerly occupied by Greco Pizza on Milltown Boulevard in St. Stephen. Corporal Hans Willett, a spokesperson for the New Brunswick RCMP, told CHCO that RCMP are currently treating the fire as suspicious in nature. The iconic building was once home to St. Stephen's First Bank and had a rich 150-year history in Charlotte County. The second annual Burger Week and Beer Fest kicks off in St. Andrews this week.
It starts this Wednesday, September 21st. The Burger Week does, that is, and so a bunch of restaurants around town will be doing burger features, burger specials all week. Different kinds of burgers, from beef burgers to veggie burgers to dessert burgers, so a little bit of everything. And then on Saturday we have our big St. Andrews Beer Fest in Centennial Park. So it's an outdoor craft beer festival in the park. So we have over a dozen breweries coming from around the Maritimes, plus we have some food vendors, some live music, lawn games. So yeah, it's just kind of a combination of beer and burgers this week.
Visit standrewsbeerfest.com for more information or to buy tickets. Finally, all three Charlotte County Tim Hortons locations are donating the funds raised from the annual Smile Cookies campaign this week to Santa's Helpers on CHCO once again this year. Every year, Santa's Helpers on CHCO raises money to help families in need in our region at Christmas time. Last year, Santa's Helpers raised over $60,000, with nearly $16,000 of that coming from the Smile Cookies campaign. So be sure to indulge your sweet tooth for a good cause this week. That's all the news I have for you. For more stories and online exclusives, follow us on Facebook at CHCO.TV.
A news and public affairs production of CHCO-TV, New Brunswick's only source for independent community television.